I actually stole a framework from Apple and implemented it into my seven-figure business. So the funny story behind that is when I used to work at Apple, we had a framework to de-escalate a client situation. So it was the AAA framework. So acknowledge, align, and assure. And that was most commonly taught in our employee training or through managers. And it was iterated as being the go-to framework when a client was pissed, essentially coming into the store. Now, the way the framework works is you first acknowledge. So you acknowledge the fact there's a problem. You don't deny and you don't get in a defensive state and say, no, like this is not real, right? Because if you only do that, this is adding fuel to the fire. So at this point, you acknowledge the fact there's a problem. Then after that, you align yourself with the other person. It's as if there was a table between you and the client and you want to walk around it and get on the other side with the client. And now you're both looking at the problem from the same perspective. The best ways to align is usually tell the client a similar story that you had that frustrated you to the same level. So that way you end up relating with the client and like, oh, he's one of me, right? He's one of us. So now you're on the same side of the table with the client. And the next step is assure, which essentially is simply giving the client a step-by-step plan on how you'll fix the said issue. And that nowadays, you can funnily enough boil this down into an SOP, which you can give a custom GPT bot. And so if you do text-based communication, either with your team or your clients, you can copy one of your clients' message. That seems like an angry message. Give it to this GPT bot and give it a little bit of context about the current situation. And if trained properly on the AAA framework, it can honestly to the T imitate that framework and save you from a lot of bad situations.